Hello and welcome to this week's Indie Showcase. Today we are playing a demo of a game called Abscission. This is a Lovecraftian investigation and it is developed by Beyond Booleans, who I believe is a solo dev, or if not solo then a very small team. So what I can gather from doing my little bit of research, this is an early demo, so they are actively working on it and they have said they are going to release an updated demo, and they have made a lot of changes since then. So I thought it would be cool to try out this early demo, and then obviously if I like this, then I know that I'm going to want to play the full game and I'll be able to see the changes in the full game. So that's where we're at with Abscission. Let's jump in, shall we? It is early that it's not on Steam yet. This is only available on itch, but if anyone would like to play it, then you can easily find it on itch.io. So let's start. Ashfield, MA, a town like any other. Oh god, this is so blurry. Stanhope, you there? I need you. It was a direct reflection of the humanity that clustered within it, its flaws and its virtues, whilst also presenting as macroism of the human body. Oh no, this is gonna happen, isn't it? I'm gonna miss everything. Riverside, Ashfield, Thursday, August the 1st, 1991. 91, okay, that's what I'm taking from this. We're in the 90s. I totally missed everything that happened there. 10:07 p.m. Okay. Stanhope will sometimes be presented with alternative ways to handle a conversation based on 4 temperaments. Melancholic, detail-oriented, phlegmatic, calm, sanguine, sociable. Oh, I don't know any of these words. I think I'm saying them all wrong. Cleric, driven. Okay, so detail-oriented, calm, sociable, and driven. Okay. I'm trying to equate these colours in my head to these words so I can maybe remember them. There is no one approach that works best for all conversations, and Stanhope will need to use all of them in order to be the best that he can be. This game adapts to your choices. People will remember how Stanhope spoke to them and may respond differently in the future, so consider each response carefully. Will Stanhope's destiny... Oh, his name's Will. Will Stanhope's destiny is in your hands. Choose wisely. I thought it was a question. Will Stanhope's destiny something? No. Choose wisely. Okay. I like this idea. No one is using the elevator tonight. You'll have to take the stairs. Why? I'm so sorry, Mom. As I said before, I can't tell you that. But it's our building. That's the way it is. Can we go? Whoa, it's so fast. Do you want to take the stairs? Hell no. Well, the cop says we can't use the elevator. That's bullshit. And what about Mr. Takahara? You want her to walk up 3 flights on that hip? I'm sorry, but the elevator can't be used. I don't know how many other ways I can say it. Then we'll go to a damn bar instead. I'm sorry, Mom. You need to stay for the moment. We may need to ask you some more questions. So is this us? I don't believe this. No, this is us. Officer Bruce, would you look at that? Will Stanhope, what the hell are you doing here? This ain't a vice case. Hey, Hogan, is this a vice case? I'm busy, Bruce. Well, it ain't. Okay, so that's Bruce. That's someone else. That's us. Right. That dialogue moves so quickly. You can, like, I barely had time to look at the portraits or anything. So that's a shame, but that's alright. I was at least keeping up with the words. So these are the ones that were talking. They were like, we'll go to a bar. Is this who has a bust hip? Oh, so we're just choosing a way to speak without knowing what the options are. So, oh shit, it would help if I remembered what these mean. Social was this one. Calm was this one. This one was like not fiery, like not devoted. There's a word. Driven. And I cannot remember what this first one was. I'm gonna go calm. Easy, I'm not looking to step on anyone's toes. All I know is that Luna called me in. Why would she call you in? You'd have to ask her that. Anyway, if I can help, I will. How do I get to the crime scene? Is it on the elevator? Oh, top floor. The only way up is the elevator, unless you fancy the fire escape. Oh, so he can take the elevator. Lady, I swear to God, I was just thinking, the only way up is the elevator. I guess that's why they're not allowed to use it, to make sure that they don't end up in the crime scene. Okay, so now we have like hungry looking man. He doesn't look that hungry. I mean, he's eating. Is he spilled it on the ground? It was also all over his face. There's a moth there. Oh, yeah. No, also... Yeah, okay. So there's this here. I don't know if we should be using this right now. Okay, it is full on old school point and click. Moth was batting itself against the light. The man was in his mid-20s. His eyes were concentrated on the ice cream in his hand as he tried to finish it before it melted. I don't think he's doing a very good job of that. No, I was trying to look at the exit, not leave the exit. Okay. The main exit. There were 2 patrol cars outside with officers guarding the doors. Okay. I need to get a full idea of this scene. Although we're not even on the scene yet, but you know what I mean. The woman was given Officer Bruce a piece of her mind. I had no wish to stop her. Elevator door. An old freight elevator. The building could use some renovation. Freight elevator. Is that for like goods? Officer Steve Bruce was 6'5" of muscle and bad attitude. 6'5". We'd had several run-ins over the years, but he was a reliable cop for the most part. 6'5". That's tall. Elderly lady. An elderly woman was leaning against the wall for support. She gives me a fleeting smile before looking back to her feet. Oh, okay. It was her. A nervous-looking man. The man's eyes were darting around the lobby. He was clearly distressed. It was him. Officer Hogan. I'd known Officer Lewis Hogan for around 8 years. He always seemed generally efficient, though a little too reactive in his approach to make detective. Perhaps he was happy with his role and didn't wish to progress any further. Okay. So it seems like we like Hogan more than we like Bruce. Okay, so we can scroll our scrolly wheel to change these things. So right, I guess this is to walk. To move. This is to look. This is to pick up. This is to talk. Then we have like a case file or a journal. Function will be added in the full game in order to analyze evidence in greater detail. This is inventory, I guess. We can look and we can click. And then save and load and options, presumably. Okay. Can we touch the moth? No. Right, I don't know how, like, obscure we need to be going either. I mean, not yet at all, probably, but see if we can talk to people. We can talk to Officer Hogan. Good to see you, Stanhope. I'm just taking some details from the landlord. I'll be done soon. I think Luna is waiting for you upstairs. Okay, so Luna called us in. I'll check in with her first. Will you still be here? Yeah, we won't be done here for a long time yet. You'll understand when you see it. God damn. Okay, we need to see whatever the hell's happened. So this is the landlord. No wonder he's nervous. Some sort of Lovecraftian murders happened upstairs. Right, I don't think... Whoops. Okay. Yeah, so Luna's the one that called us in. And is upstairs. It's elevator time. I need to see what we're dealing with here. Oh, we can also look at ourselves. No, we can't. Use the elevator. Is this paint? No. This is blood. Bloody... Oh, I thought it said bloody blood prints. Bloody boot prints. Bloody blood prints is quite a funny sentence. Okay, I assumed this was paint because clearly there's been some painting going on in here. But okay, there's a lot of things. Officer Braintree. What a name. Okay, let's look around before we speak to Officer Braintree. Let's walk through the bloody boot prints. It was an artist's easel fallen on the floor with scattered brushes and a half-completed canvas surrounding it. Okay. A half-completed canvas has fallen on the floor. The image seems to be a forest, though underwater. A curious image. Oh, okay. An underwater forest. There were pots and paints, brushes and a palette on the table. Green paint had spilled and dropped onto the floor, staining the planks. So they've been sloppy with their paint and their blood. Seems like they've been murdered while painting. Mid-paint. Leather jacket. We are stomping this blood all over this crime scene. There was a leather jacket lying on the couch. I assumed it was fashionable, but really had no idea. There appeared to be something in one of the pockets. Ooh. Okay, so we'll want to get something out of the pockets. Let's remember that. The bookcase held an interesting collection, though not any kind of order... Not in any kind of order by genre or author. Okay. Most of the books were the work of artists using very different techniques. Warhol sat next to Vallejo, for example, but there were some classics mixed in, such as The Rights of Man by Thomas Paine and the philosophical works from Woolf and Craven. It was most likely a lifetime's accumulation rather than a chosen selection from a larger collection. Very random set of books, that's fine. It was a broken glass, probably from a vase, judging by the nearby flowers. Okay. So there's a broken vase, probably come off this table. There's been a scuffle. Collection of paintings. A large collection of painted canvases, many of them framed, filled shelving that ran across the back wall of the apartment. This was more than simply a hobby. This was a vocation. I should ask the landlord about this in order to flesh out the victim's background. So they are an artist, is what I'm getting. Broken vent? Someone vented. Blood dripped from the broken vent. The metal was buckled and torn. What could have done this? It was a monster. Does it still count as murder if it was a monster that did it? Okay. Maybe they just got called back home to the Lovecraftian land, you know? Officer Braintree. A patrolman I hadn't met before was standing by the stairs. I noticed he kept glancing up the stairs. His badge read Braintree. He looked like he needed a cup of coffee. Isn't Braintree such an evocative name? Like, it creates such an image in my brain. I like it. I feel like someone could make some art of a Braintree. I wonder if... Oh, I've forgotten her name. Lucy or Lulu or someone is upstairs. Whoever it was that called us in. Luna? Oh, did we look at the bloodstain? I don't think we did. There was a considerable amount of blood staining the cloth that covered the floor. Judging from the colour and viscosity, it was still relatively fresh. So this happened recent. I wonder if there was screaming and that's how they know about it. Boot prints. There were boot prints leading from the pool of blood toward the elevator. They were relatively large, most likely a man's. Perhaps they were the landlord's. Oh, yeah, maybe I mean, surely if you walk into a crime scene, you should know not to stand in the blood. You would think. Okay. Officer, you must be Detective Stanhope. Very astute. What's the code? Also, the fact that they let you in. I'm Officer Dan Braintree. Good to meet you. I think he said, was it the code? I haven't seen a crime scene like this for a long time. You're telling me I haven't ever seen anything like it. Just wait until you see upstairs. It's worse than this? Ooh. I'd prepare myself if I were you. It's not pretty. God damn. What the hell happened here? And what the hell happened upstairs? You look tired. Been up since 5 this morning. Couldn't sleep. Maybe you should get a coffee. I will, but not from this kitchen. No, that's not what I was suggesting, I promise. Where's Detective Luna? In the bedroom. I don't know what she's doing in there. I wouldn't want to stay looking at that. Oh god, what happened? What do you know about the crime scene? The most, I suppose. I was the first responder on the scene. According to the landlord, the Vic's name is Serena Challenor. She's upstairs. Okay, so the body's here. I thought it was just a domestic. God damn, imagine just coming to a domestic and then opening the door and finding this. Okay, we've got many more questions. What time was the call? It's like 10 something right now. Oh no, just after 10 p.m. The landlord called it in. What's his name? Carl Laidlaw. Last I saw, he was with Hogan. Yes, okay. We do have questions for the landlord, it seems. Did you see anyone when you got here? Just a couple of residents milling around. There are no neighbours exactly, as the victim rented the whole top floor. Penthouse. I think this place used to be a factory or something. I think they're being confined to their apartments for the time being until we know more. Actually, they seem to be buzzing around the lobby. Yeah, they're not allowed upstairs. You'll have to talk to Bruce about that. Cool. Have you spoken to the neighbours? Not really. Hogan was looking after that. Yes, okay. That's all going on downstairs. Anything else I need to know? Just prepare yourself before you go upstairs. It's unbelievable. I'll do my best. No problem. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh. Wait, what did he say? He called me by the wrong name. Right, let's find whatever's in this pocket. Small black book filled with addresses and phone numbers. I decided it could be useful. Is anything on this table we can take? No. We want this art. We could just swipe it. Okay. Books? No. We like nowhere near this broken vent. Okay. Let's see if we can go upstairs then. Good lord. Her name was Serena Chalino. I've never seen anything like this. Are you sure? What do you mean? Luna, what is this? Look at her, Stanhope. Look at her. What am I looking at? What is this? I mean, it's not good. It's like a spider web of intestines. Is that intestines? Oh. It might not be. Is that painting painted with her blood? Right, let's have a look at this antique vase. It was an antique vase, rather plain but imposing nonetheless. Perhaps it was a family heirloom. A dresser, heavy wood and well built. Painting. It was a curious parched landscape. The earth had an odd texture, remarkably opalescent. The brushwork was almost photorealistic. I personally preferred my art a little more abstract, but I could see the appeal. Okay, so it's not just all red. I was like, they have just painted the walls with their blood. Let's look at Detective Luna. Detective Emilia Luna. I'd known her for around 10 years, by which I mean I'd worked with her. I don't think anyone really knew her. We had been partners until the Lascado case. I hadn't seen her since until now. The Lascado case. Okay, I guess we have nothing left to do other than to look at the body. The woman, or what was left of her, was tied to the wall with her own intestines. Her jaw was distended, most probably broken. Her skin was a patchwork of blood bruises. Ribs pushed through ragged flesh. She appeared to have been hollowed out with very little besides bone and gristle remaining in the sagging remains of her torso. I need clarification. Is she tied to the wall with her own intestines? That's a shit way to go. Gotta admit. Okay. I don't think we should touch the corpse. So the corpse is like empty on the inside and absolutely just beaten to a pulp. Right, we're not touching the corpse. I guess we're gonna talk to Detective Luna. Have you been here long? About 20 minutes. I was surprised you called me. Honestly, so was I. But I hope you can see why. Just look at the poor woman. But there are other detectives. Isn't Jim Lewis your new partner? He's on leave, but even if he wasn't, I think you're a better fit. I don't understand. Do you need my expertise with evidence gathering? Just look at her, Will. Doesn't this remind you of anything? Lascado prosthetics. There was a twitch in her eyes between the lid and the orbital floor. It was a tiny window to the nerves beneath. So she, the last case that we did together was reminiscent of this. I see. I need to get my head around this scene before forensics get here. I understand. Can you look for some leads while I'm up here? That music? Will do. I didn't get to read that because the music was stressing me out. Okay. About this case. Oh, I should have done the other ones first, maybe. So what do we know so far? The victim's name is Serena Chalina. Hogan is getting some more details from the landlord. He was babbling when I got here. Did he walk in on this also? Yeah, that's rough. Do we have any suspects? Not yet. Hopefully we can find something around here that gives us a lead. I did find a book. That might help. Maybe a contact book. You think this is linked to the Lascado case? Look at her, Will. Can you really tell me this isn't the same way the others died? Well, I can certainly see the similarities, but that means nothing without a proper investigation. Similarities? Her body has been emptied. You can't tell me that's a typical modus operandi. Of course not, but look at these ropes. I don't even know what they're made of. There were fibers found at Lascado too, but burned up in the fire. They could have been up there. It's a stretch. Look, I'm not saying that I'm taking Lascado off the table as a possibility. What are you saying, Will? The Lascado case was horrific, and I don't blame you for responding to the emotionally charged media furore. There was a momentary flare of anger in her eyes before she sighed and took another drag of her cigarette. Who the fuck are you to tell her that she's responding emotionally? If there's similarities, then they should be looked into, right? If the bodies were emptied... Will, you're a good man, but you need to learn more about people. Okay, so we are tone deaf when it comes to talking to people. So there was emptied bodies and there was fibers that were burned to the previous one. So we're wondering if that's the same fibers as these ropes. So I guess it's not intestines. My brain went a little bit wild there with the gore. Okay, let's discuss something else. Okay. Amelia? Yes, Will? It's been a long time. 2 years, give or take. Not the way I'd hoped to meet again. You can't pick the hand you dealt, I guess. Are you looking after yourself? Yes, of course. Of course. 2 years since that last case then. I guess nothing since? Like, nothing like this since? Right, what have you found so far? Not much. I'm still taking it all in. Sorry, it's just... Look at her. I can't imagine what she went through. So she hasn't found much yet, so that means we can go and do some investigating. We should catch up. Let's go for coffee. I can't think about that now. There's too much here. I need to think. Of course. I don't mean that I don't want to talk. I understand, Luna. Probably more than most. I know you do. Okay, let me have a look around. Thanks, Will. Let's then see if we can touch the vase. We can't. We can't look in the dresser. Can we touch the painting? Oh god, I hate how this music just starts to wind up. So right, we can leave the bedroom, but what I want to do is look at this book. Whoops. A slim pocketbook containing names and phone numbers. If I wanted to look up a contact of Serena's, this is the best way. I just need a first name. Okay then. So we've missed some clues. Maybe the last person she spoke to or something. We actually maybe should go downstairs and talk to the landlord. Officer Braintree. I think we've kind of already asked these things. Oh, I missed what he said again. Right, let's see if going downstairs is a good idea. Oh, this button. Oh, all the people have gone. Oh yeah, they were going to a bar, weren't they? Ice cream stand! We gotta inspect the ice cream stand. An ice cream stand. Some people had no respect for their surroundings. It makes me sick. You just couldn't eat that ice cream fast enough. Right, let's now look around again. Clearly distressed. Okay, it's the same descriptions. Right, let's talk. Let's talk to Officer Hogan first. Don't step in the ice cream stain! Officer Hogan. Detective Stanhope, quite the scene upstairs. That's an understatement. Are you finished with the landlord? Uh-huh, he's all yours. Okay. No chatter for Officer Bruce, but let's talk to the landlord. Sir? Sorry. May I ask you a few questions? I spoke to the other guy, the cop over there. He said I'm not in trouble. Am I in trouble? I mean, unless you did it. No, sir. We just need to get a clearer picture of what happened here. Right. Yes. What is your name is a good place to start. What is your name, sir? It's Carl. Carl Laidlaw. I told the other guy this. Relax. It's just to be polite. I like to know who I'm talking to. You're the landlord? Uh-huh. I'm janitor, handyman, you name it. Okay, so Carl. I'd like to hear in his words what happened. Can you start by telling me your involvement? I wasn't involved, I just found her. So you called it in? Yeah. And what time was this? About 9:30, I think. I don't know. The other cop said that was the time. I didn't look. So start from the beginning if you could. You went up to her apartment. Yeah. You had a key? I got keys to all the apartments. It's my building. Miss Challoner, didn't have a door as such. What with her having the whole top floor. See, this used to be an old clothes factory, so you need to unlock the button to the top floor. Oh, okay. I understand. Driven. Calm. Social. I can't remember melancholic. Maybe we try melancholic. Well, calm just seems the best one, right? Melancholic should be sad, but I don't remember it being sad. Let's try calm. I see. How was she last time you saw her? Happy. I mean, she's always happy nowadays. Always smiling. Interesting. So when you arrived, I saw the blood. I mean, you've been up there. It's everywhere. I just stood there for a while, scared to move. Then I called out to see if Miss Challoner was okay. There was no answer, so I searched the place. I was careful not to touch the blood, of course. When I got to the bedroom, I saw... Yes? Well, I don't fucking know what I saw. You've been up there. What the fuck are those rope things? Who could have ripped her apart like that? It's a reasonable response. Anyway, I ran out of there as fast as I could and called the cops. That's it. The whole story. That sounds like a very reasonable story. He did say he was careful not to touch the blood. So, although as he ran out, he was probably less careful. Probably just absolutely sprinted. Okay, so... let's go... I'd like to ask you a few questions about the victim. He said she's happy lately. And he called her by her first name first. So, like, they seem friendly. Also, that's cool that, it's like you can only press the lift top floor if you have the key to do the top floor of the lift. So that reason it doesn't have a door. Okay. How long have you known Miss Challoner? Since January. I think she moved here from down south somewhere. Said she wanted a fresh start. She ain't local. And she rented the top floor. She said she wanted somewhere with enough space to get her painting done. Yeah, because it's like her office as well. It's like a home and her office. Studio. How would you describe her personality? Oh, excuse me. I don't know, buddy. She was quite quiet, you know? Always paid on time, was polite enough. Toward the end, she sort of changed. In what way? Was she depressed? If anything, it was the opposite. She just smiled all the time. Maybe she was on drugs. She hung around with some shady characters. Like who? People came by. Guys. I didn't ask their names. So some shady guys may have been giving her drugs. Okay. Was she involved in anything dangerous? Maybe. She wore black clothes all the time, listened to loud rock music, all that stuff. She must be a criminal then. Wearing black clothes is hardly something. I know that. But you know, these kids today get drunk all the time, get into drugs, and her paintings were weird. Sometimes. Really oily. I don't know how to describe it. Oily paintings? That makes them weird? What? Okay, looking at her apartment, she seems to be an artist. Yeah, she was. And a good one, I suppose. Not just an artist, she helped run a gallery too. Sold her paintings there. I guess she brought some money with her when she came to town. A gallery, do you remember the name of it? Star something. Starlit Gallery, I think. It's over in Neptune. Her and some other girl ran it, but I never met her. Ah, Starlit Gallery location. And this other girl must have a name. It was a solid lead. I needed to let Luna know. Cool. Excellent. Let's discuss something else. If you say so. Oopsies, if you say so. Yeah, let's ask about the boot prints. I'm sure that he just jetted straight out when he saw the body. Do you have any idea who they may belong to? I don't know. She had a few visitors, but I can't really remember them. She did have a boyfriend a couple of months back. Some young punk with green hair and metal in his face. I think he wore some big leather boots. Can we check your boots, please? Do you remember his name? She called him Marky, so Mark something. I don't know his last name. Oh, well, we might be able to find Mark in the book. It was a start. I needed to find out a surname. Maybe she only has one Mark in the book. We should check. Victim, what's your name? Boot prints, discuss what happened. Right, thank you. I appreciate the help. So, can we not check if his boots have got blood on them? Because that would help. I guess we're just making the conclusion that it's not his boot prints. Officer Hogan. Oh yeah. So I'm just looking because there's footprints here, but I don't think that's supposed to be blood. Like, we're in a lobby, so you would think there'll be footprints in a lobby. Right, let's go back upstairs and talk to Officer Luna. Oh. And then we can tell her about the leads. Oh, we should also look in this book. Oh, God. A slim pocketbook. Oh, yeah. Mark. Known to have spent time with Serena Challoner in the last few months. It wasn't much to go on. Can I, like, combine these? There was only one Mark in the pocketbook. Mark Torrance. I needed to look him up on the APD database. Excellent. It was a solid lead. I need to let Luna know. Let's let Luna know about all of these leads. We're doing good work. So we need the database. Luna, why don't you go and smoke somewhere else? Whoops. Talk, that's the one. Let's not grab Luna. Amelia, yes, Will. Okay, yeah, these are the new ones. I found a name, Mark Torrance. He was involved with Serena. Great work. Can you follow that up for me tomorrow? I'm going to need to stay with forensics tonight to scour the apartment. Of course. Make sure you get some sleep when you can. I'll do my best. Okay. So we have to follow that up tomorrow, I guess. We'll be in chapters that are days or something. I found out where Serena worked, a place called the Starlit Gallery. I've been there, in Neptune, right? That's what the landlord says. Can you follow that up for me? Consider it done. Okay, I wonder if we can leave and go and look things up now. Okay. I don't think we'll have anything else to ask this guy. No. So the fact that we haven't seen a thing like this in a long time is just like we have seen things like this before. That's what that's telling us. Let's see if we can leave. There was more to be found here. I needed more leads. Oh shit. Quite the scene. Okay, so we have done that. We've done that. You got anything else to tell me? Let's discuss what happened tonight. I already told you everything I know. Okay. Boot prints. Marquee. Wait, yeah, but I have found the surname. Okay, thank you. Let's just have a little look. Oh no, I have double. We've let Luna know. Oh, so this is how we just like look at the things. Spent time the last few months, address unknown. So this is just how we look, and then this is, we can actually pick them up. Okay, I wonder if we can like ask about the picture. Is this him? Oh no, because we don't actually have a picture, do we? Okay, what if we... Can we combine this with people and see if they know anything? No. Right, there's nothing else down here, it seems. Wait. Did I just see bloody something? Or am I now just making it up? Bloody boot prints! Bloody boot prints! A red stained boot print was made visible on the carpet at the entrance thanks to the surrounding grime dulling the carpet's colour. Okay. That's important. Can we talk to the bloody boot print? No, we can't do anything with it. I guess we're not taking like DNA samples and stuff. More I needed to find here. So, I mean, I'm guessing it's the same boot print as upstairs then. That's so tricky. It's just literally there. Underneath Officer Hogan's feet. Is this gonna still be the same conversation? Yeah. And this is all gonna be the same, isn't it? I just wonder if, because I found that bloody boot print, if it would change. Oh, for God's sake, I'm gonna get that clue again. What am I doing? Okay. Okay, we've already asked that. Same. Thank you, goodbye. Let's go back upstairs, except hold on. Let's just get rid of that so we can only have the one again. Climb the elevator. Right, what have we missed? Maybe we can find her organs. So we've inspected all this. The vent seems important. Like, I feel like I should mention that. What could have done this? Yeah, we've already done that. We've tried clicking on things to interact with them. Flowers aren't a thing. We've looked at the paintings, we've looked at the bookcase, broken glass. We've looked at the bloodstain. We've looked at the boot prints. We've looked at the canvas and the easel and the table. I'm not finding anything else to interact with. And we've talked to this officer. So that makes you think we just have to talk to Luna again. Oh yeah, that's the same thing. Goodbye. Later, Stanhope. Detective Stanhope. Okay, so he doesn't... he wasn't saying detective, that's why. Like, can we not open this dresser? We cannot. We can't touch the vase. We've looked at the painting. We can't do anything with it. There's nothing we can do with the corpse either. The corpse is just dripping like a tap. All the blood. Can we like... Whoops. Can we put this on her? No. Can we put this on her? No. Let's see if we can just check her dialogue again, and if not, I'm gonna have to Google what to do. Let's just try these again. Follow that up tomorrow. Can you follow that up for me? So we need to go to Neptune about this case. We've asked these. Okay, I am a little stuck, so I am gonna have to look up and see if I can find what to do. Okay, what I can see is that I maybe need a glass shard. So there's that broken glass out here. I didn't see exactly what to do. It's just I read something about a glass shard. But like, I can't do anything with the broken glass here, so maybe there's one somewhere else? No, we can't talk to the glass. Let's take another look. Probably from a vase, judging by the flowers. Oh, bloody piece of glass. Oh man, it's a little bit of a pixel hunt, but okay, I found it. One piece of glass was stained with blood, as though it had been used as a weapon. It needs to be sent to the lab. So now, did that get used on her, or did she use that on the killer as self-defense? Okay, that could help. We'll go and see if we need to report this to her, or we'll see if we can leave. Let's try her first while we're here. Okay, I don't see an option to report this, so let's see if we can go and talk to the people downstairs. Hopefully they'll send me away to go and check out the art gallery, I guess, and go to the police station. Maybe we can use a database. Probably don't actually need to talk to him. Maybe I can just leave. Yeah, let's see if we can leave now. There's more to be found here. No, we found it. There's 3 things you need to find. Let me leave. Oh god. So he's just saying the same thing. I may be better off checking a video to see exactly how this goes down. You got anything about glass that you can tell me? No. Hope I didn't break it by asking him about the other things too many times. Oh, maybe I need to pick up the glass. You know, when I didn't pick it up? We said we need to analyze it, but we didn't pick it up. Remember when we did that? Yeah, it helps to take it with you if you want to analyze it. I slipped on a glove and carefully bagged the glass for future analysis. I need to let Luna though. There we go then. Shit, I'm a great detective, by the way. I know all the things I'm supposed to do. Right. I found a piece of glass that looks like it might have been used in the murder. I'll get it to Dr. Abdulov. Thanks, Will. I hope it gives us something. I have enough leads. Luna could finish up here. It was time for me to get some sleep. Okay, let's leave this cursed place. And never come back. Quick! Oh god, you have to like change between the things. And I forget every time. Let's go. Goodbye, cruel world. The night was unexpectedly calm. The air was thick as soup, unmoving, clinging to my bones as I fell asleep in my cozy chair. The town, too fast. I just can't possibly. The dawn sunlight was bleached bone. It was around the time I was drinking my second cup of coffee that I realised I had missed Abigail's birthday again. She probably hadn't noticed. I've never been much of a father, not that she'd ever really needed me. Well, we're a father. We're not a good father, but we are a father to a girl named Abigail. Oh god, no skin off my nose. I couldn't sleep. My daughter had a puppy for her birthday, and the poor thing seems to be scared of the dark. Cries all through the night like it's like having another child. Okay, I didn't read the first bit. And please, call me Tamia. I know we're at work, but there's no one else here. Why are you always so formal? If a person earns a doctorate, it should be respected in my view. Please tell my wife that next time you're over for dinner. Now we'll see how that goes. Now, shall we get started? Certainly. Okay, so we're friends outside. Oh, they got the body down. I'm glad we didn't have to do that. Do we have a time of death? That's a difficult question to answer. How so? Looking at the relative lack of cloudiness within the corneas, I would place the time of death between 8 and 9 p.m. yesterday. And that fits with the statement from Challoner's landlord. But the liver mortis, the lividity of the blood as it pours under the skin, places the death at 2 or 3 days ago. And then there's the soft tissue, both attached to the corpse and separate. There are aspects of necrosis that could place the time of death at a week ago. How is that possible? Honestly, I'm not sure. Wait, what? So, what if what if different parts of it, what if, right, whatever smashed the vent was a thing, right? I'm imagining a tentacle monster. What if it took her organs out and kept her alive? No, the thing is, right, the blood in the art room was fresh. Oh, this is a mystery. This is bizarre. Unless maybe, she had some chemicals in her that made them look like they died faster. Because which part of it was adding up to 8 to 9 p.m.? That was the part that adds up. And then it was something to do with the skin or something that was dead days ago. And then the organs weeks ago. how does that make sense in any scenario? Okay, what was the cause of death? Well, from the scattering of the organs, you would assume a swift death due to blood loss and trauma. At least, that's my first assessment, but the timings don't match. What do you mean? The lungs are relatively fresh. I mean, I wouldn't want to put them on my pizza. Yes, well, I mean to say that judging from the lack of necrosis, they largely match the time of death measured through the corneal cloudiness. Oh, that was the first one. The liver, however, is in very poor state. The tissue is degrading and necrotizing at an alarming rate. Similarly, some of the skin around her stomach also carries the same, well, sponginess, for lack of a better word. Perhaps it could be caused by some kind of acid? Maybe. If she was submerged in a bath of corrosive agent, acid or alkali, it could. But no, the skin of her legs, while shown lividity, is relatively well preserved. It's as if parts of her body were long dead while she was still alive. Honestly, it's a little disconcerting. A little. Perhaps it would affect me more if I'd had some sleep. Everything is a little vague. What if she was being the host of some sort of parasite? And so she was technically, parts of her body was dead. She was probably feeling quite dead, but she was being controlled by a parasite, maybe. And if it's a Cthulhu parasite, that's why she's drawn underwater forests. Right. So cause of death, time of death, confusion. Have you analysed the glass shard? Was it the murder weapon? I mean, impossible to tell if we don't have a cause of death, right? I can't say for sure. Looking at the chest cavity and stomach, the skin doesn't seem to be cut. It's more like a series of tears. To be honest, the skin is in such bad condition that it could have probably been pulled apart by someone's hands. Unbelievable, and yet true. With regards to the glass, the majority of the blood matches the blood type of the victim. However, there was another type. I've sent a sample to the database to be checked against existing DNA profiles. Maybe you'll get a match. Maybe something burrowed itself into her stomach. Oh. Okay, what about the rope that was found at the scene? Rope. Oh yes, of course. I have a small section of it here. Where's the rest of it? On ice. You'll see why. Is it biological? It's alive! What the hell am I looking at here? I wish I knew. I have sent a piece for DNA analysis, but it will take a day or two. It's organic matter, fleshy yet run through with fibers, rather like cooked celery. It's as if a vine were crossed with a digestive tract. It is intestines! Rather tough exterior, but the insides are squishy? I'm aware. Please inspect it. Tell me what you think. I'm no doctor. I hardly think that matters with this substance. I mean, it kind of matters. Bulge. Texture. Tear. It's moving. Yes, it's fascinating, isn't it? And watch this. If I use a pin to agitate it... Oh, no. Oh, is that all these little different things is where he's poked it with a pin? Okay. It appears to have soft on the surface. Sometimes. What do you mean? It shivers on occasion. A ripple that tenses the surface. A spasm of sorts. It does look like it could be some sort of parasite. Like, it like grew from her, you know? And it's like turned her into a nest or something. And that's why she's like strung up in the corner. Because it's like attached to a corner to like grow. Maybe. Okay, tear. This appears torn. I tried to cut it with a scalpel, but there are strong strands running beneath the surface. It was like working around knots in wood. This was the best I could do. God damn, strands. These strands, are they growing? Apparently so. I will be freezing this section soon. Believe me. God damn, that's creepy as hell. I don't know what to make of any of it. Why are you even taking the case? Your vice. Luna asked me. And I have the time. Do you? I'll make the time. If you say so. I'm going to the office. Can you fax the completed report to me? Of course. It'll be done within the hour. Before you go, there's just one more thing. It might be nothing, but it struck me as a little curious. The victim has a tattoo. Is that so odd? Well, maybe not, but it was quite recent and the flesh was inflamed as if it were infected. It was a diamond, bright red, on the inside of her left wrist. Noted. Thank you, Tamia. You'll let me know if you find anything else? Of course. Diamond tattoo. Also infected. The red diamond is actually like the logo of the game. Is it like a cult symbol? Was she like implanted with a parasite? Will, yes. Please look after yourself. Will do. Be in touch. Yes? Detective Stanhope? It's Officer Braintree. Dan Braintree. Uh-huh. Yes, sorry sir, but a letter was delivered to you by hand this morning. I left it by your computer. I see. Should I have left it on your other desk with the lamp? I'm sure I'll find it. Is there anything else? I do also have a message from Officer Bruce, which is, he said to say that he apologizes for the way he spoke to you last night. Issues at home, apparently. He would have told you himself, but he's not on until tonight. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Thanks, Braintree. My pleasure, Detective. What a funny way to apologize. So that's my desk with the lamp, and there's my desk with the PC. I realised it was raining, odd for this time of year. But then there was nothing about today that felt right. That rope that had bound Serena Challenor held her to the wall like a fly in a web. What the hell could it be? Yeah, I don't know. It did look webby. I tried to put it out of my mind. Abdulov was the best person to work with that out. I had my own needs, and it was time to follow them up. Oh, that's so cringe, isn't it? Okay, so let's kind of look at our office then. So there's our desk. There's our thingy desk. Lamp desk with a window. There is our... It's a shame, like, to face in. Like, it makes sense so that when you're meeting with people, you're facing them. But when you've got a window that you could be looking out of while you're working, I'd rather my desk be the other way. We have a cork board with the red string. A poster, Farm 34. And a map. Drinks cabinet. Okay, let's start from the left and work our way around. Certificate. There's my citation for bravery from the Drummel case, 1983. I had others, but this was the first. And to be honest, it meant the most to me. A reminder that you can do everything correctly and still fail. Ben, what happened to you? Wait, what? Bravery. Drummel case, 83. So that's like 8 years ago. The first bravery award. And I guess he didn't manage to save Ben. Okay. I don't want to leave the office. Let's look at the corkboard. Details from my previous case. A cocaine dealing ring were pinned up on the board. Okay. So that's what Vice does. Telephone. My old phone. I didn't see a need for having one of those brick-sized cell phones. I enjoy a comfy seat if I was discussing police business. Fair enough. I mean, early 90s. Was there even... They must have been actual double brick-sized mobile phones, if there was any. It was a poster from my younger days. I had quite the interest in progressive rock in the 70s. Farm 34 were the finest example, in my opinion. Their greatest hits collective is required listening for anyone wanting a greater understanding of life. Gotcha. Filing cabinet. It was my filing cabinet, containing both current and solved cases. It was a matter of pride that the solved cases should outnumber the unsolved. Yeah, that's gotta feel good. Bookcase. A small selection of books on criminology with some historical reference books and the occasional novel. So it seems like in this game, looking at a person's bookshelf tells you a lot about them. Criminology, historical reference, and occasional novel. What kind of novel? A map of Ashfield. I guess that's where we live. It was a small town, but it had certainly experienced its fair share of tragedy. Oh, great. What, with all of those, like, gutted bodies that have been murdered, apparently? Okay, drinks cabinet. It was my drinks cabinet, mainly a selection of blended whiskies that I didn't mind having stolen, along with a couple of particularly choice brands. Okay, I was thinking it was like a surprise mini fridge. Closet. My closet. There were no skeletons in there. There were a lot of old shoes though. We have a closet in our office. Computer. It was my standard issue APD database. I preferred filing cabinets, but I suppose you have to move with the times. Classic computer. And then we have this letter that's been delivered. It was a letter in a manila envelope. The only writing on the outside was my name in a handwriting I didn't recognize. Right, we should totally pick this up. We should check the closet. Oh, there was nothing interesting in here. I didn't need anything from there at the moment. No time for whiskey. Work in progress. Please come back later. Maybe we can read some old cases. Oh god, okay, we can telephone. Dial tone? Oh my goodness. Ben Drummel. The guy that we didn't save. Dr. Tamir. Detective Amelia Luna. Abigail Stanhope. You've reached Detective Ben Drummel of the APD. Leave a message and I'll get back to you. I still had Ben on speed dial. I couldn't bring myself to get rid of it. Okay. God damn. So this is our speed dial. I see. You've reached the office of Dr. Tamir Abdulov. Sorry, I can't take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Okay, let's just in case. Oops, Amelia? Sorry, Will. I was just trying to get some sleep. I didn't get in until 8 AM. We'll be back on duty later. No problem. I'll keep chasing leads. Shall we catch up this evening? Sounds good. I'll be back at the station by 6. Okay. See you then. So we know, like, it's given us a bit of a timeline of when people are going to be around, which is cool. Abigail Stanhope. Oh, that's our kid, isn't it? Hello? Hello, Abby. How are you? Dad? Fine, I guess. And you? Fine. I closed my eyes. I'm sorry I forgot your birthday. That's okay, I know you're busy. Matt says hi, by the way. Good. He's a good guy. I'm glad you think so. I mean, you've only met him once. I know. Well, I won't keep you. I just wanted to know I was thinking of you. That's nice to know, I guess. Take care, Abby. You too. Okay. So we made some phone calls, just cause we can. Let's check this corkboard. Oh, there's nothing we can do with the corkboard. Okay, so there's the computer and there's this letter. Let's look at the letter first. Oh, hold on then. Shard of glass, covered in blood. Photograph of the diamond tattoo. Okay. And the letter. Oh shit, it's got that. It's got the thing on. I carefully opened the envelope and slipped the letter out. This is a cult letter. It was drawn in what appeared to be red wax on a thick paper or papyrus. There was a diamond in the center with jagged edges. A strange cluster of symbols surrounded it, perhaps an alphabet of some kind. There seemed to be a symbol near one of the corners, obscured by what appeared to be charcoal. Oh god. I decided to try to rub the powder away. Oh god damn it. We've just been infected. Something had cut into me, but that made no sense. This is how they get you! I could now see a needle woven into the fibers of the sketch. Why hadn't I seen it before? I shook my head at the failure of observation. I was not repaying Luna's faith in me so far. This is bad. We've just been injected with something. That's like a nightmare. I washed the blood away and folded the letter back up. I knew I needed to look into who had sent it to me, but I had more pressing issues at the... That needle! This is really important. Do you not find it sus that this letter has got the same symbol? Oh god, I didn't want to open that letter again. Thinking about it made my head swim. But it's the same symbol. It's clearly pertinent to the case. If that's what pertinent means. Relevant. Right, we do need to search this guy's name. To protect and serve the citizens of Ashfield, ME. Database version, blah. Commands, name, display the address if recorded. Name, display criminal record if any. Oh. Ooh. Oh, shit. I need to write record. Do I need to put brackets? What was that guy's name? Mark? Oh, for God's sake. Mark Torrance. Ents. E-E-E-N. No, E-N-C-E. Mark Torrance. Okay. This was hardly the record of a career criminal, but that often meant nothing when it came to violent crime, sadly. So, like 4 years ago, drunk and disorderly on New Year's. 150 hours community service. Okay, he got drunk on New Year's and made an ass of himself. Record, what was our kid's name again? Abigail? No. I guess none of us is really gonna have thingies. Address. What about me? What's my name again? No. Mark Torrance, was it? 52 Carpenter Avenue, Building 5, Apartment 3, Ashfield, ME. Oh god, that's such a long address. Okay. We've got it noted though, so that's alright. Perhaps it's time to pay Mr. Torrance a visit. An address has been added to Stanhope's map. Oh, the map on our wall. Okay. Address. What about the art place? What was that called? Starlit Studio or something? No, that's not what it was called. Serena Chalina. We should check her record. Serena Chalina. Selena Chalina. Is that how it's spelled? Sir Everett Serena Chalino. Serena, not Selena. No? Everyone's so good. No crimes? Serena Chalino. Yeah, okay, fine, fine. I can't remember the name of the art place. Maybe it's just already on the map. How do I get out of this? Oh, quit. Well, it's handy to have. It would be handier if we had a smartphone with it on. But this is the 90s. And I guess probably even now people don't really have smartphones with police databases on. Oh, maybe we need to look at it? No? What if we just leave? We have 2 places to go. Oh, here's the map. Okay. Stanhope can explore Ashfield using his map. Look at locations for a description and use locations to get there. Oh, look and use. Okay. So there's our office. The apartment of the dude. My apartment. And the gallery. Starlit Gallery. Okay. Starlit Gallery. Former place of work. In Salem, one of the roughest parts of the town outside Tawny Heights. Okay, so it all has names. There's Tawny Heights. Okay. And then my apartment. It was cheap and relatively clean, which was about the best I could want from a home. Can I go there? My apartment. I wouldn't call it a home. More a place where I had to sleep. It's raining hard. What's in the box? Is this dirt on the floor? Okay. Battered old TV. My old black and white TV, still working after 20 years. Let's have a look at this photograph. Picture of me and Ben Drummel, my old partner. His death was a loss for all of Ashfield. So we seem to have got a bravery award the same day that Ben died. Maybe we tried to save him. Easy chair. My easy chair, blue velvet and mahogany. It had cost a few $100s, but my back has been thankful ever since. Cool. What's in the box? Been living in the apartment for around 5 years, but was probably hard to tell. I had always been too busy to unpack everything. 5 years living out of boxes? Dresser drawer. We will not look at the dresser drawer. It was a painting of a ruined castle from somewhere in the United Kingdom. I hadn't looked into its history, I just enjoyed the detail of the picture. A banner, what is that banner? From my old fraternity. I'm not sure why I kept it. I had no love of the power games that had been involved. But yet we hung it there. We didn't unpack our stuff, but we hung that on the wall. Record player. It was my old record player, a Russian model of all things, the Limnov something. I decided that I should unpack the rest of my records one day, but it was finding the time. Some of the more interesting papers from the last 30 years of Ashfield's history. I saw it as a duty to know everything I could about the town, like a doctor understanding a patient's medical history. Yeah, that's respectable. A bonsai. My bonsai, given to me by Abigail 3 years ago, our kid. Somehow I had managed to keep it alive. I wish the same could be said of our relationship. God damn. Bookshelf. Assorted criminology books, and also a smattering of cheap thrillers. My guilty pleasure. Cheap thrillers, fuck yeah. Me too. Desk. My desk. I tended to organize most of my life in the same way as I did my cases, but at a lower priority. Bathroom. This door led to the bathroom. I didn't need the bathroom. I had barely eaten or drunk anything since yesterday. Fine. Don't need anything from the bookshelf. We don't need our bonsai. We don't need to scour the newspapers, but these are all things we can probably use. My life could wait. I was on a case. That's what he's been saying for the last 5 years. There was nothing I needed in these boxes. That's why I hadn't unpacked them. Maybe you could get rid of the stuff then. Oh. There was various assorted items in here that didn't really fit anywhere else. I took my trusty flathead screwdriver. Okay, we've got a screwdriver. Always useful in these situations. Can I turn off this just in case? Although this isn't Twitch, so my video won't get muted, so it should be okay. Painting, no. Banner, we're just gonna pull it down. No. The chair looked comfortable, but I didn't have time to rest, at least not yet. Oh god, the apartment building in Riverside is reported to be the scene of a homicide. Further details are currently being held by the APD as investigations continue. In other news, the rain will continue today, but the temperature will remain high, along with humidity. Here's Stephen Hush with the sport. Can we turn this music off now? I think it's turning off. Oh, I think I maybe just changed it to a different track. We can't pick up the photograph. And that does seem to be everything, so let's go. We did get a screwdriver, which we can probably use on something. Gallery or guy? Gallery or guy? Maybe gallery to go and meet her friend first. Let's look at the sign. The sign was brightly lit and clearly well insulated, judging by the amount of water running off it. To Ashfield. A vivid painting. Painting style was familiar. It's most likely one of Serena's. This one seemed to both convey emptiness and infinite mass. God damn, that's cool. Oh, there's a young woman in there. A young woman was sitting at the desk. She was reading something. A small book with a black binding. Her face carried a curious intensity. The door to the gallery. Tasteful wood and frosted glass. The door to the gallery was locked. Goddamn. Young woman. Police. Let me in. Thank you. We're closed. And before you ask, we have no planned date for reopening. Could I have a moment of your time then? What for? I don't know you and I don't want to. Fuck off! I'm APD, detective. Well then, fuck off, Detective Stanhope. Oh god. Her body was shaking with barely held emotion. It seemed the news of Serena Challoner's death had already made its way here. So that's why she's having this attitude with us. But you would think if your friend's been murdered, you wouldn't mind talking to the police. I know, this is just a difficult time, Mum. I just want to ask a few questions, then I'll be out of your hair. Fine. Thank you. Can I ask your name? It's Hugh. Oh, come on. Give me more time. Hugh? Who? How long have you known her? Since last year, sort of. What do you mean? She was looking to move up here as an artist, and I was looking for a partner to run a business. She seemed like a good fit. We had a few phone calls before she moved. Right. Where did she move from? New York. She said she couldn't find a way to stand out there. Too many artists. Fair enough. So, a year. What is she like? What was she like? What do you mean? Her personality, her interests. I didn't know her that long. Help me out here. You run a gallery together. She seemed to be considering her words. Don't consider, just speak. Otherwise that means you are hiding something. I suppose she was a pretty fragile person. At first, anyway. Fragile? In what way? Emotionally? Socially? She seemed to find conversation a chore. No, not a chore, more like a test. You could almost hear her brain analysing every little thing. She'd ask me these dumb questions, like she'd never spoken to anyone before. What's your favourite cat? A smile crosses her lips before quickly becoming swallowed once more. I mean, I think that's a good question. It used to piss me off. I thought I'd made a huge mistake in hiring her, but then she got past it and things got better. She seemed to stop caring. Her questions became a joke. Maybe she got to know you, felt less nervous? Maybe, but it was sudden, like over one day after her birthday. What day was that? June 14th, I think. After that day, it was like she was a different person. On her birthday, she got infected by Cthulhuism, tentacleism, something. Okay, so she used to be more awkward and nervous, and then she became... That also correlates with what the apartment owner was saying when he was like, she seemed very happy lately, like she was on drugs. Although I don't know what date we're on right now. I can't remember that much, just 91. Was she in any trouble that you're aware of? Not with regards to money, that's for sure. Her paintings do well, especially her newer ones. Why do you think that is? It's the colours, I think, and the form. Her eyes glaze over for a second. I don't know, they've got this energy. What about outside of work? Any personal issues? She paused. That means she's thinking and not just speaking her mind. Oh. I can't think of any. Nothing at all? No. We done here? Maybe she just needed a second to think. That could also be a thing. I didn't need to be a detective to know she was hiding something. Okay. I had to be careful to make the right approach. Right, so this girl, what would she appreciate? Calm? I don't think she'll respond. Social, I think, will annoy her. Driven could be it. Or melancholic. I might try melancholic. Yeah. I was gonna go to driven or melancholic. It's clear that you cared for her, and perhaps you see discussing her as a betrayal. Her shoulders tensed. I was onto something. Believe me, all I'm interested in is the truth and making sure that what happened to your friend never happens to anyone else. You can trust me. Tears welled in her eyes. She blinked them away, leaving lines in her mascara. Okay, I think we made the right choice here. Take your time. Yeah, she was in trouble. Who with? No one, I mean... It was her head, her dreams. Something went wrong. In what way? The last couple of months she became more and more distant. Not in a sad way, but sort of blissful. I thought you said she changed for the better. Well, she was happy, so I guess that's better. But it just seemed too much, too fast. It's good not to sweat the small stuff, but at times she didn't seem to care about anything. Any drug use? She took a deep breath. We did some pot, but nothing harder. These dreams you mentioned, did she describe them to you? Yeah, when I asked. She said that they were full of colours at first, but then they all turned red. She said that like it was good. She talked about a garden and a queen who ruled over it, like some sort of Alice in Wonderland shit. She said there was one tree, just one. She said she wanted to be like that tree. She said she never wanted to wake up. I stopped asking after that. Was she getting any help? She said she didn't need it. I even booked her in for some counselling, but she didn't go. I didn't know what else to do. It's just all so fucked. Thank you for your honesty. I promise I would do everything I can to make sense of all this. Thank you. So we really did get her to open up there. She was also kind of lying when she said she doesn't know her very well. If, like, she's like really been there to help her and stuff. So was she in any trouble that you're aware of? That was that one. Some, like, it seems the parasite is a drug, maybe. Isn't that a thing where, like, some parasites can, like, or maybe that's just a fiction thing, where they can, like, make you feel like pleasure or whatever while you're actually doing the shit that they need you to be doing. Like, she was maybe spreading the red diamond cult message. I don't know. I'm totally just making everything up here, by the way. Just wild theories, throwing them in and seeing what if any of them turn out. Do you know a Mark Torrance? I met him a few times when he and Serena went out. Seemed like a waste of space to me. I always thought she could do better. Glad she realized it herself in the end. Is he mixed up in this? I'm just gathering facts at the moment. Have you seen him recently? No, not for at least a month. Okay, well, we're gonna go and see him. Tell me about that day, her birthday. Did you spend it with her? I saw her in the night. We went to a club. It was her suggestion, which was a surprise. I think she'd already been drinking or had something else. She was high as fuck. Okay. She never seemed to really come down after that. Did she tell you what she'd done in the day? She'd spent the day with Mark, got some clothes, jewelry, even a tattoo. A diamond? Yeah, I think she wanted to impress Mark. She was really happy with it, kept looking at it all night. Do you know where she got it? No, sorry. I know there are a few studios in Hopper, Berwick and Tawny Heights, but it could have been any of them. Right, so she got the tattoo on her birthday. Something I just thought as well. Tattoos are made by, like, needles, right? And we got stabbed by a needle. So maybe that made a tiny tattoo on our finger. And now we're part of the club. So, yeah. Mark was there. Mark knows things 100%. That's all for now, thank you. Wait, I have something. A book. She went back into the gallery and opened her desk, retrieving the blank book she had been reading. The black book. She passed it over to me, holding onto it for a split second before letting go. This was Serena's. She gave it to me a few days ago, saying I should read it. It's poetry. It's called Dreams of the Red Queen. That can't be a coincidence. Yeah. I've been reading it and hoping to find some sort of answer to why this all happened. Maybe you will. I trust you. Thank you. See you around, detective. Okay. In Alice in Wonderland, isn't there like a Queen of Hearts? And then we have diamonds, red diamonds, and a red queen. And she mentioned Alice in Wonderland. There's some correlation there. I assume we're done with her then. Hugh Maying stood with her hands on her hips, her tired eyes blinking in the light of the gallery entrance. Okay. I wonder if... What's this one? Okay. I had always prided myself on being well-read, but I had never heard of Dreams of the Red Queen or its author, Hector Rufus. I thought this was a poem she'd written based on the dream she was having. A brief introduction by Anton Carmine, the man who translated the work in 1904, described him as an astrologer, poet, and seer, drawing from the inimitable spirits of Michael D. Nostradam and Tycho Brahe, due to claims of accurate divination. Oh my god, quite the claim. I always found it interesting that these soothsayers tended to die long before their predictions could be disproved. Holding the book, it seemed to fall open at one particular poem, potentially its most read. It was titled Cynthia, My Queen. When the velvet fell, it was, When the velvet fell, I was a child again. The horizon seemed a knife, cutting me from the material of time and purposing my soul anew. My heart vaulted, drowning in the joy of a new chance, yet tethered to the knowledge that I did not deserve it. She found me there, mewling and naked, and drew me to comfort. Her arms were the land, the mountains that surrounded me, her lips the sea that kissed my skin. The roots were severed. Interesting. It's talking about like roots, and because I think that's what I was kind of thinking, but not managing to get my head around, is like if something was growing in her, right, it would create roots to like, well, because that's what things do. And Groot's we are roots. They like weave their way into stuff, and that could be compared to that tentacle. There's a receipt within the pages too. The book was purchased at Carmine's Books in the north side of Mercy. A location's been added to the map. Okay. Cool. I was just wondering if there was anything we needed to show her. No. Whoops. No. Okay. Let's leave. Thank you for your time. So we can look at the bookstore. Carmine's Books was a small shop specializing in rare books and valuable books. A real treasure trove. But what we really want to do is go and talk to Mark Torrance. Apartment in Salem. Oh yeah, we read that bit. Let's go. I'm curious about this guy. Well, this is a shithole. Oh my god. Like, actual shithole. What am I seeing here? I keep seeing words that vanish. Oh, leave. Maybe it was leave. Yeah, that adds up. Apartment 2, apartment 3. Oh, oops. Apartment 27? Well, I don't think we're there. The door to apartment 3. Oh, this was Mark Torrance's home according to the database. I thought it said 27. And the surely... Oh wait, according to the database, and the surly drunk in the lobby. Huh? Oh, maybe that was as we came in, but we didn't actually see it. The door to apartment 2. I heard a curse from inside, then footsteps. Oops, I didn't think anyone would be. I'm sorry for disturbing you. I'm sorry, I was just testing. Elderly resident, I can't do anything with them. I'll just let you stand there. Oh, talk. The woman gave me a faint smile. Despite her stooped shoulders, she seemed to radiate calm. Mom? Yes? Do you need something? I should tell you I don't buy from the door. I'm a detective, Mom. Will Stanhope. Can I ask you a few questions about your neighbour in number 3, Mark Torrance? Mark? She leaned back a little. Is he in some kind of trouble? At the moment, I just want to talk to him, that's all. Well then, ask away. Oh, I didn't expect... I maybe should have tried that other door first. How long have you known Mark? He moved in a few years back, maybe 5? Moved here from Worcester. What? I don't know how you fucking say that. He mentioned his pa back home. Never comes to visit though. I get the impression there was bad blood there. Why's that? Poor boy moved in with nothing more than a rucksack and clothes on his back. I think he left in a hurry. Okay, so he ran away from home. Family issues. Mister, I leave the mind reading to that woman with the stall in Wicker Park. You didn't ask him? She narrowed her eyes. You don't prod at a wound that's hurting. You gotta let it heal. Okay, she seems kind. What do you think of him as a neighbour? Any trouble? Depends on what you mean by trouble. He used to play his music loud, but a broom on the wall a few times put a stop to that. What about visitors? Anyone concerning? A few rock and roll types, all metal in their face and black clothes, but they're just kids looking for attention. Give them a smile and they're good as gold. Okay. Mark's like that. He likes to act tough, but he'll come round and help me move my furniture when I'm vacuuming, and pick me up some groceries when I'm under the weather. So what's he doing with cults then? I see. Maybe there is no cult. His name has come up in connection with a Miss Serena Challinor. Is that name familiar to you? Yes, I met Serena a few times when they were dating. Always very polite, pleasant. She had a wicked sense of humour, very sharp. She has an interesting style of clothing. Both of them do. So sad it didn't work out between them. What caused the breakup? You'd have to ask Mark. I know he was broken up about it, but he's trying to move on. As far as I can tell. I think she just stopped returning his calls. Oh, damn. Any idea why? Better to ask him. When was the last time you saw Mark? A couple of nights ago, leaving his apartment. Oh, a couple of nights. How was he? Normal. He's sometimes quiet, but nothing out of the ordinary. What was he wearing? A military jacket, a bit worn, and black jeans, I think. Boots? Big brown ones. Okay. There was a look on her face, concern mixed with sadness. I needed to ask her what was on her mind. I get the impression you want to ask me something. You're sharp. Look, I'm no fool. I can tell that Mark is in some kind of trouble. At the moment, I'm just looking to speak to him. Don't try and lie to me, detective. I'm good at reading people. He's a good boy, no matter what you think he's involved in. All I want to know is that you'll hear him out. I don't want him hurt. Will you promise me that? Yes. We're going to hear everyone out. Well, this is really hard to know. Because, like, driven? Would driven be driven by what she said? And, like, oh, yeah, we're definitely going to hear him out. We want to get to the bottom of this case. Or would driven be like, I'm going to arrest him? That's the one I want to go for. If it's like, I just want to get to the bottom of this. I don't care who it was, but I want to bring who it was to justice. This one's like sympathetic, calm, social. I'm gonna go driven. This could backfire, but it's not very clear. Oh, god damn it. I can't promise anything. There's a possibility that it's highly dangerous, so I have to be prepared for that eventuality. That is the opposite of what I was trying to say. I refuse to believe he's dangerous. You better give him a chance, I swear. I do want to give him a chance. Maybe the game is, like, making me think it's him, but it's not. I need something else. Can I break in? There was no answer. Oh, bollocks. Screwdriver. I used the screwdriver to force the lock. Not very civilized, but necessary. Yeah, boy. Let's sneak in there. Oh. The unmistakable metallic stench of blood hit my nostrils as soon as I entered the apartment. Mark Torrance was nowhere to be seen. A trail of gore led toward the bathroom. There was a low, irregular rustling in the darkness. I slipped on a pair of surgical gloves and slipped on to our hands. We didn't slip on them like a banana peel. Gotcha. And got to work. Okay, let's have a... Is he covered in Serena's gore? I mean, we need to go and see this bathroom. I'm scared. Okay, that's not him, that's just his clothes. Mark wasn't here, but it looked like he'd left a lot of himself behind. Had he been attacked, or had he done this to himself? Where could he have gone? And more importantly, why could I still hear a rustling? It seemed to be coming from the sink. Is it a tentacle? This was a potential crime scene. I wasn't about to wash away evidence. No, look at the sink. Look at it. What the fuck? The bile rose in my throat. The rustling was gentle. The rustling was the gentle waving of glistening fleshy leaves growing out of the plug hole. A flesh plant? The sink, I mean, that adds up with the roots. The sink was slick with blood, and a lot of it. From the colour, it seemed likely that it had been spilled relatively recently, most likely in the last 24 hours. Horrific blood stains. Question mark, question mark. The leaves of the strange plant were lined with pulsing veins. Each one of them quivered like a tongue. Look at it! That's cool. That's fucked up and cool. It was a lot of blood. It thickened around the plug hole. That's cool. Okay. Handprints. There was a... Oh, did he puke it up? There was a bloody handprint on each side of the sink, as if someone had braced themselves against it. Perhaps the blood in the sink had been vomited rather than seeping from a wound? Yeah. And they puked this thing up and now it's growing out of the sinkhole? Because it had been growing inside him? They are hosts, I'm sure of it. This is cool as fuck. Okay, leave. I guess. Unless we can... Oh, that scared the fucking shit out of me. Oh god, my entire body just jumped so far. Well, I just didn't expect a jump scare. Oh god, okay. This is really cool though, like holy shit. Bloody handprint was smeared down the wall. I decided to leave further analysis for forensics. We could really do with calling in backup here. A toilet as filthy as the rest of the room. The neighbour is not going to open up to us again either, is she? Because we really fucked up. Filthy bath. The bath was grimy but otherwise unremarkable. Well, we haven't found a body with roots growing out of it. Gory mess. A pile of assorted viscera lay on the floor. There seemed to be an organ or two within the fleshy matter, but I couldn't recognize them. They seemed to be rotting though the blood around them was relatively fresh. This is the same as the other... Right, what if the organs get ejected and replaced with fleshy plant parts over time? I tried not to gag. This is really intriguing and cool. Bloody clothes. There was a t-shirt and jeans crumpled on the floor. They were soaked with blood. Can we take them? There was trash in every pocket of the filthy jeans. I sifted through it and eventually found one item of interest. It was a handwritten invoice from Bloodweb Tattoo Studio for 2 tattoos, totaling to $30 from the 14th of June. So he also got a tattoo at the same time, and now he's he's expelled his organs at the same time. So, I guess how long we have, because we got stabbed, so I think we're infected. So however long we have, from June until now is how long. I had little experience of commissioning tattoos, but this seemed very inexpensive. Okay. Yeah, 30 bucks for 2. Medicine cabinet. There was nothing of interest in the cabinet, but there was some mold. Medicine cabinet. The mirror was covered in greasy smears. Did we touch the bath? Touch the toilet? I didn't need or want to use it. We should open it though, because there might be a tentacle in it. You should always check your toilets for tentacles. I can't leave? Why can't I leave? I'm so stressed. Oh, maybe I should look at this. I found it in Mark Torrance's apartment, what I presumed were his jeans. Okay. We need to call for backup. What if I just... Okay. We need to walk if we want to leave, seems. Right, we have so much looking to do here. The microwave. It was covered in brown stains. At first I read brain stains. And I was like, never put a brain in the microwave. Dirty dishes. The dishes hadn't been washed for weeks. Okay, fair. Refrigerator. Had a note on it. Look after yourself. It didn't look like Mark had followed this advice. Oh, I wonder if that was from the neighbour. Shopping list. Poorly written shopping list. The only words I could make out were beer and pizza. Classic. What is that? There was something under the dresser. Something shiny. Oh, I dread this. What is that? So that's like a basket with clothes in. What's that? An ironing board? Dirty table. There was the accumulated rubbish of weeks all over the table. Bong. It was filled with filthy water. Messy bed. This was about as close as I wanted to get to the bed, which was just a mattress. There was no way of telling if it had been slept in recently. Let's not get any closer to it. This a poster for a band, Ship Blair. I'd never heard of them. We prefer the old school. The rain was still lashing down outside. Okay, let's just try and click on things as well. See if we need to take anything. Best to leave where it is. I'll come to the shiny thing last. There's nothing inside except crusty filth. Oh, you don't want crusty filth anywhere, least of all in a microwave. Dirty dishes, nothing. Refrigerator, nothing in the fridge. Looked like Mark lived on takeout food. I don't think taking the list would prove beneficial to the investigation. No pizza and beers? Okay. Question mark. Grab it. Be ready. It was a Polaroid. Love you. Oh, there's a thumbprint on there. Man, woman. Did he say he had green hair, the landlord? I think he did, didn't he? This is them too. It was Serena Challinor. I realized that with that this was the first time I had seen her with life in her eyes. I presumed the man was Mark Torrance. He had an interesting style. A bridge. There was a bridge in the background of the picture, probably Cobb Bridge to the east of Ashfield. Maybe this is from the birthday when they got the tats. There was a bloody thumbprint on the photo. It seemed that whatever Mark had gone... It seemed that wherever Mark had gone in his wounded state, he had looked at this photo before he had left. So his body is going to be hanging around somewhere. Well, this is an absolute nightmare of a situation. Let's just double check that. Polaroid in front of Cobb Bridge. Okay. Like, maybe we need to go to Cobb Bridge for some reason. Can't exit. Oh, because the door's closed, I need to interact with it. What if he's like around that corner? Is that blood on the walls or is it graffiti? Because like, he must have left blood elsewhere as well. We really need to call this in. Like, badly. No answer, she's done with us. I made the call in the police booth, in the phone booth outside to get the apartment sealed and analysed. I doubted Mark would have come back to that bloodbath, but if he was still alive, where was he? Oh, maybe he survived since he puked the plant out, but maybe he's just a walking plant. And he might have gone to Cobb's Bridge. Hold on a sec. Okay, I can't go to my inventory thing. Starlight Gallery. Oh, the bookshop was closed, but would be open again tomorrow according to the weathered sign in the window. So, let's just pop back to here for now. Let me have a look at this. No, not that. The tattoo studio for the 2 tattoos. Can we go and visit the tattoo studio? What's it called? Blood web tattoo. Blood web. She was literally hung up in a web of blood. These guys are guilty as fuck. This is the HQ of the cult. Blood web tattoos. Oh, no. No. Resume. Thank you. Was it on the map already? We definitely need... Right, hold on. Maybe we can call someone. Although she did say she's not going to be at work. But we need to update thingy. Oh, the doctor as well. Alright, let's call Amelia. She's still asleep. Okay, we just keep waking her up so she'll be cranky tonight. Okay, 6 o'clock. Still answer machine. Okay, fine. Maybe we can go and show the picture to the other girl. There's Cobb Bridge. Gallery. Oh, she gone? Oh, she's here. Tell me about that day. Okay. Hopperberg and Tawny Heights. Could have been anyone. Well, we found the receipt. That's all for now. Thank you. Oops. I don't really seem to be able to, Can I go in? No. I don't seem to be able to click on people with objects very much. Alright, let's leave here again. She didn't have nothing new. What about, Oh, we can't go back to the apartment either. We can go back to this apartment, yeah. No, the guys are here. Officer Braintree! Best bud. Officer Braintree was guarding the door to the apartment. Officer Braintree. Detective Stanhope, good to see you. We haven't been here long. Hogan is coordinating the scene inside. No entry till he's done, I'm afraid. I'll come back later. But is that it? Right, I think I'm just gonna have to try and find somehow how to get to the tattoo place. Oops, I can't talk to the door. Alright, she is not coming to speak to me again at all. I wonder if I can walk all the way down here, but can't go anywhere from here. No. There should be footprints, you know? That's the thing. Is this trash? Okay. Okay, well. Yeah, we can't get in. Absolutely restricted. That's good though. It means that we've got... It eliminates that we've missed something in there. So there's nothing to do there. Doesn't seem like there's anything to do at the gallery. Bookstore's closed. We could pop home and see if we could sit down. No. What about newspapers? No. Desk? Okay. Let's go back to our office then. This seems like the right place to be. But we've got no one to call. The only thing I can find is like use the computer. So the bookstore. Oh, we could search some of the people's names from in here. Maybe. I don't know if that'll help. Let's see. Alright, I've taken a picture. So we've got Anton Carmine. Okay, and then it's just the poem. Right. So, record. We'll see if any of these people were arrested for anything back in the 1904s. Anton Carmine. No. Hector Rufus. Hector Rufus. No. What about these other names? Michael D. Nostradam. This is absolutely not what I'm supposed to be doing. Address. The author. Hector Rufus. Nope. Well. Who else's names do we know? We don't really. Did the receipt... How do we quit this? Did the receipt tell us the name of the artist? Handwritten invoice, Bloodwed Tattoo Studio. We tried to show this to the girl, didn't we? And she didn't have anything to say. Or maybe the tattoo's in a book? No. Oh, god damn it. So this is... right. This is Mark. Address unknown, but we found out his name. This is also Mark. Yeah, it says apartment 27, but we went to apartment 3, but okay. The red diamond tattoo. Do I need to like combine that with the receipt? No. What about that with that? Maybe the handwritten receipt was the same as the letter that we found, that we were given? In a handwriting I didn't recognize. That's why I was thinking maybe like the handwritten receipt would be the same handwriting. This is the shard of glass. That's just the poetry again. Screwdriver there. I think I'm gonna have to look it up. Like, I can't actually look at this again. Like, closely. I think I'm gonna have to Google what I need to do. I'm lost. Okay, so apparently I just didn't make the right 2 combinations. So it says combine the invoice of the tattoo with a photo of the tattoo. The one I didn't do, god damn it. Serena's tattoo and the receipt from Bloodweb. With leads few and far between, perhaps it was worth investigating. The address was between Hopper and Tony Heights. An address has been added to the map. Okay, there we go then. I can't believe, you know when you think you've done it, but I didn't do that combination. Classic. Okay, as I stepped out onto the sidewalk, the air around me seemed to hum. People moved in and out of focus. I leaned against the fire hydrant and lost my lunch into the gutter. I'm telling you, we've been infected. Exhaustion dragged me down onto my knees, and I couldn't even focus on the faces of those who'd gathered around me. Some kind soul hailed me a cab, and eventually I found myself at my apartment. I dragged myself into bed and almost immediately fell into a deep sleep. Are we gonna have a dream about a red queen? We kind of, I feel like we saw these red landscapey things before. Definitely the painting in her apartment. The blasted landscape spread around me for miles, horizon to horizon. The hot wind tore across the dust, whipping into ashen drifts. The light of the white sun above me became blood red as it washed over a dead landscape. Where am I? I could see someone in the distance standing next to a tree. Is it Serena? Oh no, it's not. It can't be. Hello, Will. Ben? Oh, it's Ben. Detective Ben Drummel had been my mentor when I had started with the force. He had tempered my worst qualities with calmly delivered advice. He had been a father figure, but had let me make vital mistakes that had led to improvement. Oh, he sounds like a good dude. His death had almost broken me. How can you be here? There was a twinkle in his eye. Is that really the strangest thing about this? Come on, Will, you can... His face suddenly dropped. His eyes widened. Ben? Something is wrong. Oh god. Did he just turn into a tree man? The end! We've we did it. Was it? Hold on, right. Okay. So Was Ben really there? Because he seemed to be giving us advice, but that could have just been in our dream, a projection of Ben. But did we get transported to an alternate reality? Or a different realm? Or was it just in our head? And is Ben there? Or is it just in our head? And is Ben a tree man? Or is that just in our head? Are we a tree man? I think we might be. Like growing into one. This was really good. I had some issues technically with it, as in I wish I could have clicked the dialogue myself, because while it was pretty well timed for reading out loud most of the time, at least the dialogue was, but anything else was too fast for me. Like the betweeny segments, and because of the dialogue moving as fast as it did, I didn't get a good look at the character portraits and stuff, which I often like to look at. So like I had those problems, but I really liked it. There was like a little bit of finickiness with the menu, of like the when you're in the inventory and there's the eye and there's the arrow button. I seem to have just some like problems with figuring out whether I was clicked onto something or not and stuff like that. But they were the two things really that was a thing. Oh, and then just like missing the glass thing, because I didn't feel like it was very easy to see. But other than that, this is definitely the kind of game where I would need to look up things anyway, because as much as I try and be thorough, I obviously miss things. So I can't complain about like the glass shard or the like every time I had to look stuff up, because some people will have found it, some people won't. That's the nature of these games. And I don't know what else they could do to like, without just telling you need to do this. Maybe a hint system, actually. I wouldn't mind a hint system in every game like this, because you don't have to use it, but when it's there and when you need it, it's really helpful. But overall, really, really liked it. Really good. Absolutely creepy as heck in a really good way. Like, I don't like horror, but it's not really horror. It's very, it's body horror. It's like, it's a horrifying case that we're on. Maybe it's a little psychological horror as well. But it's not like jump scare horror, except for that one time. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's really good. And I'll look forward to seeing, because the thing to remember is, again, this is an early demo and the developer is making changes, and I imagine he's already taken feedback from a lot of these things and been implementing it. So eventually he's going to make a new demo and then the entire game. And it will be very interesting to see how things mold and change. And I can't wait to see, like, this is, as far as story goes, I'm in. I am invested in this, and I would like to play the rest. So this is Abscission. Do look out for it. It is not yet out on Steam, even as like a page, but once it is out, do not forget to wishlist it, because I know that does help indie developers. And obviously buying it helps, but we don't know when that'll be. But if I do see this go up on Steam, I'll give it a share. So if you follow me on Twitter or whatever, you'll hopefully get to see, or you could follow their social media if they have it. But I will also try and make sure to share it when it gets a Steam page, because it will be going straight in my wish list. I can tell you that now. So that was this week's very long indie showcase. Once again, sometimes I just can't stop, can I? Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back next week with another indie game. Thank you very much. Goodbye.